Hi, I'm Dr. Drew and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is a channel not on medicine, but on all the other aspects needed to live our medicine lives. Today, we're going to be talking about real estate. Now, this is a very big topic and also has a number of parameters attached to this. So we're not going to talk about real estate investing. We're just going to talk about what real estate means, why is it important to know, and how I suppose we could utilize it in our investments. So what is real estate? Essentially, it refers to the ownership, use, or sale of land and buildings. It can include sectors just like the stock market, which include things like residential, so single-family homes, multifamily apartments. It could include commercial, so office buildings. It could include self-storage like your U-Hauls. It could include mobile home parks or a kind of RV parks, industrial land, so your Amazon distribution centers. It could include retail, and it could include specialties such as dental clinics, hospitals, and so on. So it's a massive, massive asset class, and each particular sector has its own parameters that one needs to master. So when someone says they're a real estate investor, it's important to find out what sector, why they're involved in that sector, and what skill sets do they have that are useful for that sector. So for example, if you have someone who is involved in nursing homes, for example, that requires a completely different skill set to if you are managing Airbnb short-term rentals, because your tenant population is very different, your revenue profile is very different, and your expenses as well as regulations are also very different. And so why is it important to know about real estate? Well, I would say that at a very basic level, it's important to know about real estate because most people have a dream of home ownership. So even if you're not using real estate as a form of investing or cash flow investing, or the passionate people about real estate investing, it is important to know just the basic concepts for at least for home ownership and how you could utilize it to get the home of your dreams, if that is part of one of the goals that you have in your life. So one of the primary ways to utilize real estate is through owning your own home. So you need to know, mortgages, down payments, what kind of amortizations, what kind of loan terms you could get. And all of these are covered in the aspects of secured debt, amortization, fixed mortgage, variable mortgage, all the videos that I had covered before. Another way of utilizing real estate is through rental investments and rental properties. By owning rental properties, you essentially can earn a steady stream of income very similar to your income from your job, while at the same time you do have capital appreciation in the value of the home, mainly through inflation. Additionally, rental properties, because they provide an inflation hedge, are a way for investing essentially above the inflationary rate that we have, which is the reason why house prices go up when inflation goes up, which is what we're noticing now. Another way to utilize real estate is through flipping properties. And so there's various strategies in real estate, and that requires you to know something called the capital stack, which is literally the next video we're going to cover. So you could do debt investments, you could do equity investments, you could do fix and flips, you could do the BRRRR strategy, which is buy, rent, refinance, and repeat in that order. You could do short-term rentals, you could do long-term rentals, you could do Airbnb, you could do vendor take-back or seller financing. So there's various strategies. So once you know the sector, there's also an expert that uses a particular strategy in that sector. And so not all real estate investors are created the same, but all real estate investors do have skill sets different from stock investing or dividend investing. And so the fix and flip strategy involves buying properties at a low price, making repairs and improvements, and then selling the property at a higher price for a profit. This can be a more active form of real estate and is not passive, that can provide significant returns, but also involves more risk. It's also important to consider the location of the real estate when making an investment. Properties in desirable locations such as urban areas with a strong job market tend to appreciate in value more quickly. Rental incomes tend to drive up more. And there are various ways of determining how rental properties are determined. So in the case of your single family homes, it's something called a comparable approach, which is what is the house next to it. While as multifamily buildings like apartments are based on a concept called the income approach. How much income are they bringing in, and how much is society willing to pay for the income coming in? And that concept is called the cap rate. So again, I made a video on cap rate, or I will be making a video on cap rate. Look at that again. So hopefully this serves as a summary of how real estate, I suppose, is a concept. It can be used for home ownership. It can be used for investments. It can be used for savings, I suppose. It can be used as an inflation hedge. And it also provides other parameters like shelter, a sense of pride of ownership, memories created in the home. So it's not just as simple as, rent versus buy debate, or, I need 10 doors or 100 doors. It's not as simple as that. You could make it philosophical, or you could make it more transactional. So in conclusion, real estate can be a valuable tool for physicians to meet their financial goals and provide a steady source of income, if not a source of pride and ownership of memories for your children as they grow up in this particular home that you can then pass on from generation to generation, especially cottages and cabins. Whether through rental properties or flipping properties or debt investments, investing in real estate can provide you with valuable assets and a source of income. But however, it is a risky asset class, similar to every other asset class that you need to get educated on. And in the case of real estate, you need to get educated quite a bit before you consider investing in it. It's not as simple as opening a brokerage account and buying, your stocks or index funds, where the market returns will overall, if you know certain concepts such as the efficient frontier thesis or reversion to the mean, you will essentially do reasonably well in the market. So on that note, a few action items. If you'd like to take back control of your time and money and follow the same frameworks used by affluent physicians, then check out the links in the description below. I make these videos because I'm passionate about giving back to my community, and I want to fight burnout in 10,000 physicians. And essentially, these videos are a form of legacy for me to do that. Come and join my community of like-minded physicians in my free Facebook group, where we share resources, there's cheat sheets, calculators, and everything in between to live our best medicine lives. On that note, thank you very much for listening. Thank you for taking the time to take care of your patients, and I'll see you in the next episode.